Hello, my name is Braden Hovatter, and today I'm going to be talking about the North Face jackets and some research I did on their jackets themselves as a product. A little bit of background about the company before I dive into the product. The North Face was established in 1966 with the mission to make clothing that would keep people warm and comfortable in cold weather conditions. Their two main competitors when they were established are Patagonia and Columbia, who also make outdoor clothing. The brand itself is known for its outdoor wear, but has also made several collaborations for streetwear purposes. I just mentioned a few of the streetwear or fashion designer brands that they've collaborated with, one being Supreme, Gucci, Vans, and there's many more. And I included a picture down at the bottom right. Now let's talk about their competitors a little bit more. First, we have Patagonia on the left. Patagonia was established in 1973 with a similar goal to the North Face, which was to make clothing that protects its customers from cold weather conditions. Their focus was more on using recycled products to focus on environmental safety all around the world, which is slightly different from the North Face, but still similar product-wise. Second, we have Columbia on the right. Columbia was established in 1938 with a wider selection of products, unlike the North Face and Patagonia, which were more driven toward their jackets for cold weather. Although Columbia does have jackets, but they are also designed for cold weather conditions, but are proven not to perform as well as Patagonia and the North Face. This brand also does not do really any collaborations or any like fashion influence. Columbia has a wide variety of hats, shirts, many other clothing and apparel, but they don't really, their main focus isn't jackets, I would say, like the North Face. So let's talk a little bit about the customer sentiment for the North Face. So after finding 100 mentions, which were primarily comments, I listed 4 different social media sites that I gathered these comments from. 2 being Instagram and X, which was formerly Twitter. Comments on their new products were mainly positive on these social media sites. Comments on orders that had been placed and stocking issues were slightly negative. I found this primarily on X, but that seemed to be like the spot where customers were complaining about their order. I found this site to be more of a complaint spot than any other site. Amazon reviews, most all the Amazon reviews were positive in sentiment. It was hard to find a bad Amazon review. Some describing words used in these reviews were warmth, lightweight, fit, and quality. And then lastly, we have some Reddit reviews. Comments on Reddit were similar to Amazon reviews, all very positive in sentiment. Most comments described that the product was made of long-lasting quality materials. An example of that was someone mentioned that their jacket had lasted them 17 years, which proves that a lot of people show brand loyalty to a product that has good quality products. So let's talk about who fits into the target market. First, we'll talk about some demographics here on the left. Higher income individuals tend to buy this product more often. Middle-aged adults who live in colder and more rugged environments. Also, it's designed for cold weather climates, so this makes sense. It also is targeted toward college students and elders, though, too. So there's a wide target market, but more middle-aged, higher income individuals. And then on the right, we have people who value warmth, comfort, and durability, those who are willing to pay more for good quality and brand reputation, and those who are interested in style and functionality. So you can kind of wear it for fashion, but also be comfortable while you're doing that. Let's talk about some purchase drivers. Quality is one of the biggest purchase drivers that I found. It's, like I said, the most praised aspect of the product. Customers expect high standards in this category, which are often met. Second, we have durability. That's one of the major strengths of this product. Longevity contributes to the customer loyalty, customers coming back time and time again, buying this product because of how durable they are. Comfort and warmth. Warmth is a highly appreciated attribute. Everyone wants to be warm when it's cold out. No one wants to have a jacket that's not keeping them warm. Comfort received some mixed reviews across social media platforms. Some people had mentioned how their jacket was a little too big or maybe even too snug, just didn't fit them right. I found a few comments in that. But overall, I would say comfort was, everyone enjoys the comfort more than not. And lastly, we have price. Price is seen as fair by most customers for the quality provided, although there were a few comments that questioned the value for the price. And a few more purchase drivers. Packaging, something that's not really discussed much. It's left out of a lot of conversations, but it's occasionally tied to some customer service complaints, maybe a damaged box or maybe the box didn't get there in time, but that kind of falls into customer service. And like I mentioned earlier, the main area of concern there was specifically on X, a lot of comments about people's orders not being there on time, etc. But there was also a lot of positive response rates from North Face, which influenced its brand loyalty. Which takes me to brand loyalty. There's a lot of strong loyalty shown by North Face customers because they're seen as dependable and a high-quality brand in the outdoor scene. Some survey findings I found. I just mentioned the big points. Quality satisfaction. 53% of people were satisfied or very satisfied with the quality of the product. Nearly 70% of people were either satisfied or highly satisfied with its performance in cold weather. Comfort, 81% of people rated the jackets as comfortable or very comfortable, which is a very high number. Close as durability, 78% of people were satisfied or very satisfied with how durable the product was. And lastly, price, which kind of varied from the other four. Price was one that people were neutral or even maybe dissatisfied with the price of the product. Over 50% of people either kind of didn't know where they were at with the price or maybe just thought that the product was priced a tad too high. And lastly, we have conclusions and key takeaways. Quality and brand loyalty are the major purchase drivers for the product. And despite the few pricing concerns, comfort, warmth, durability drives the positive sentiment around this product. According to my survey, customers 18 to 24 are currently the key market segment. I know how I mentioned earlier, it's middle-aged adults. We're seeing a lot more college students around this brand now. The North Face is successfully combining function and fashion, specifically in cold weather conditions. So like I mentioned, this kind of separates itself from the other brands. A lot of these other brands don't have that fashion aspect. They have the function, but having both of those while staying warm is a big plus. Moving forward, continued focus on quality and customer satisfaction will strengthen brand loyalty and influence brand growth. Thank you.